Welcome. Buying a home? It's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make, and it can be super overwhelming, especially if you're a first-time buyer. Trust me, I've been there. From navigating the crazy housing market to understanding all the paperwork, it's a wild ride, but don't worry, I'm here to help. In this video, I'm sharing 10 essential tips that every home buyer needs to know. These tips are going to save you time, money, and a whole lot of stress. So, whether you're just starting to think about buying a house or you're already deep in the process, this video is for you. Before you even start looking at houses online, you need to understand what's happening in the real estate market. This is the foundation of making a smart investment. Are prices going up or down? This is a critical question because it can affect your buying power and the value of your investment in the long run. How long are houses staying on the market? If homes are selling quickly, it might indicate a seller's market, where competition is fierce and prices are higher. This information will give you a realistic idea of what to expect and help you make smart decisions. Knowing the average time a house stays on the market can also help you gauge the urgency of your purchase. Look, I get it. Researching the market might not sound like the most exciting thing in the world, but trust me, it's crucial. It's like doing your homework before a big test. The more prepared you are, the better your chances of success. You don't want to go into this process blind. Imagine buying a house without knowing if you're getting a good deal or if the market is about to crash. That could be a costly mistake. Spend some time online, talk to local real estate agents, and get a feel for what's happening in your area. Local agents can provide insights that you might not find online, such as upcoming developments or changes in the neighborhood. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when you're about to make a huge investment like buying a house. The more you know, the more confident you'll be in making the right decision. So, take your time, do your research, and make sure you're fully informed before taking the plunge. Getting pre-approved for a mortgage is like having your finances pre-screened. It's an essential first step in the home buying process that can save you a lot of time and stress down the road. It tells sellers that you're a serious buyer and that you can actually afford to buy their house. This can be particularly important in a competitive market where multiple offers are common. Plus, it gives you a clear idea of how much you can borrow, so you can stay within your budget. Knowing your budget helps you narrow down your search to homes you can realistically afford, making the entire process more efficient. I can't stress enough how important this is. Without pre-approval, you might fall in love with a home only to find out later that it's out of your financial reach. This can be both heartbreaking and a waste of time. In a competitive market, being pre-approved can give you a huge advantage. It can make the difference between having your offer accepted or losing out to another buyer who is pre-approved. Sellers are more likely to take your offer seriously if they know you've already done your homework. This shows them that you are prepared and committed to making the purchase. So, before you even start looking at houses, reach out to a mortgage lender and get pre-approved. This involves providing your financial information, such as income, debts, and credit history, to the lender. It's a simple step that can make a big difference. Not only does it streamline the home buying process, but it also gives you peace of mind knowing that you are financially ready to make one of the biggest purchases of your life. Remember, getting pre-approved doesn't mean you are obligated to take the loan from that lender. It simply means you have a clear picture of your financial standing and are ready to move forward when you find the right home. So take the time to get pre-approved. It's a proactive step that can make your home buying journey smoother and more enjoyable. Happy house hunting. A good real estate agent is worth their weight in gold. They'll help you find properties that fit your needs, negotiate the best price, and guide you through all the paperwork. Plus, they know the local market inside and out. Look, I know some people think they can save money by buying a house without an agent, but honestly, it's not worth the risk. A good agent will save you time, money, and a whole lot of headaches in the long run. They're your advocate throughout this entire process, so choose someone you trust and who has a proven track record. Visit multiple properties. Don't fall in love with the first house you see. Visit multiple properties to get a feel for what's out there and what you really want in a home. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of buying a house, but you don't want to rush into anything. Take your time, visit as many properties as you need to, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Pay attention to the little details too. Does the layout work for you? Is there enough storage space? These things might seem small, but they can make a big difference in your day-to-day life. Check the neighborhood. The house is important, but don't forget about the neighborhood. Research the area's safety, schools, amenities, and future developments. Remember, you're not just buying a house, you're buying into a community. Drive around the neighborhood at different times of day, talk to people who live there, and get a feel for the vibe. Is it a family-friendly area? Are there parks and green spaces nearby? These are all important factors to consider. Inspect the property. Never skip the inspection. This step is crucial in ensuring that your dream home doesn't turn into a nightmare. Hire a qualified inspector to thoroughly examine the property for any hidden issues, from structural problems to plumbing or electrical problems. A professional inspector will have the expertise to identify issues that might not be immediately visible to the untrained eye. This is one of the most important steps in the home buying process. The inspection can reveal critical information about the condition of the home and its systems. It can save you from unexpected repair costs and give you peace of mind. A good inspector will uncover any potential problems that you might not see with the naked eye. They will check everything from the foundation to the roof, including the electrical wiring, plumbing, heating and cooling systems, and more. Trust me, it's better to find out about these issues before you buy the house rather than after you've already moved in. Discovering problems early can save you a lot of money and stress in the long run. If the inspection report comes back with any major issues, don't panic. This is an opportunity to address these problems before finalizing the purchase. You can either negotiate with the seller to have them fixed or walk away from the deal. Negotiating repairs or a price reduction can be a smart move. If the seller is unwilling to make the necessary repairs or adjust the price, it might be best to reconsider your options. Remember, it's better to walk away from a problematic property than to deal with costly repairs later on. Always prioritize your safety and financial well-being when making such a significant investment. Understand the costs. Buying a house involves more than just the down payment. You need to factor in closing costs, property taxes, insurance, and potential maintenance expenses. It's important to have a clear understanding of all the costs involved before you commit to buying a house. Don't just focus on the monthly mortgage payment. Factor in things like property taxes, homeowner's insurance, and potential maintenance costs. These expenses can add up quickly, so make sure you're prepared. Negotiate the price. Don't be afraid to negotiate. Your real estate agent can help you submit a competitive offer and negotiate the best possible price for the property. Negotiating is a normal part of the home buying process. Don't be afraid to ask for what you want, but be realistic and respectful. Your agent can help you come up with a strategy based on the market conditions and the seller's situation. Review the contract. Before you sign anything, carefully review the purchase agreement with your real estate agent or a real estate attorney. Make sure you understand all the terms and conditions. This is a legally binding document, so you need to make sure you're comfortable with everything in it. Don't be afraid to ask questions if there's anything you don't understand. It's better to take your time and get it right than to rush into something you're not fully on board with. Plan for the future. When buying a house, consider your future needs and the property's potential resale value. Will your family be growing? Will you need a home office in the future? These are all things to think about. It's also a good idea to consider the property's potential resale value. While you might not be thinking about selling right now, it's something to keep in mind, especially if you plan on moving again in the future. Congratulations! You're now 10 steps closer to buying your dream home. Remember, buying a house is a big decision, but it doesn't have to be overwhelming. By following these tips, you'll be well on your way to a smooth and successful home buying experience. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on buying a house.